Yo, what is going on, guys? It is non-reality, and in today's video I am making a complete guide on Garmoth. Now, to start off, before we even get into how to obtain Garmoth, we're going to be talking about one thing, and that is boss notifications. Now, the main way to get Garmoth is obviously killing Garmoth, but to do that, you gotta know when they spawn. Now, obviously, you can use you can use websites like Garmoth.com to see, but you can just set it in game by looking up boss notifications, going to set, and then I do a 30-minute priority and then keep displayed as set. Now, I recommend doing 30 minutes just because if you're in the middle of a grind or you're about to start grinding, you'll have the furthest time to prepare for Garmoth, and maybe you don't want to start an hour or whatnot. But yeah, so to get into how to get Garmoth, we'll talk about the first thing, which is actually the Garmoth spawn. So the Garmoth spawns here, which is right of Duvinkern, or I guess north of Duvinkern, and is at the Garmoth world boss Garmoth nest. And what you can do is you go over to this dude right here. He is at the Garmoth shrine, and you can grab his quest. Now, this is a weekly quest. You can do it 3 times a week. Basically, how it works is when you kill the Garmoth, you'll have your pets out, and you'll get a little scroll, and you actually take the scroll over to him with the quest uh, accepted, and you can hand it in, and then he will give you the box, this one right here, and it does have a chance of getting a Garmoth heart. Now, I'd say this is probably the hardest way to get a Garmoth heart because it actually has one of the lowest drop rates in the game for like Garmoth hearts overall. In my opinion, the bundle is like the hardest spot to get it at, which is kind of funny because it's supposed to be the main way to get actual Garmoth hearts. Hopefully, they update it in the future. The update to actually doing it 3 times a week just happened because people were complaining that they aren't able to make the Garmoth time when it happens, so they changed it. So now you can go multiple times a week, and the Garmoth spawns at different times now. It spawns a lot more often. I think it spawns like 6 or 7 times a week. You can actually go and do your 3, and then once you're done with your 3, you don't have to go back again until the next week reset. Now, the second way to get a Garmoth heart is through the central market. Now, I'd recommend to always have a pre-order on, if you type in Garmoth, on both of these. We have the inverted one, which is the one that you make from getting the Garmoth heart to actually put into your weapons. And then we have the Garmoth heart itself, which is the one that drops from the boss. Now, personally, I would recommend if you are a newer player, you don't have that much silver, just do the Garmoth heart, because a lot of people that have a ton of them and maybe sell them, I wouldn't sell them personally, but maybe they have a ton of them and they're selling them, will sell the Garmoth heart. They won't sell the inverted one. But you can put a pre-order on both if you have the silver for it. Now, there are 2 other ways to actually get Garmoth heart. One I'm going to talk about, but I'm actually not going to cover, which is the Garmoth quest line. Now, there is a huge quest line, and the reason I'm not going to talk about it is because it is a massive quest line. It takes months to do, but I am going to mention that there is a quest line, and I will be linking the website on how to do the quest line in the description. Maybe I'll make a second video actually on the quest line itself, because like I said, it's very long. It would actually take me like 30 minutes to explain the whole quest line. So rather than that, I'm just going to tell you there is a quest line to get a guaranteed Garmoth heart, but it is super long. And like I said, I'll be linking it in the description if you actually want to check that out for yourself. Now, the last way to get a Garmoth heart, and this is kind of depending on what time of year it is, what patch we're on, what event we're on, is like these events right here. So basically, they do events every once in a while that have like boss bundles or treasure bundles, and there is a chance of getting a Garmoth heart. This recent event, which actually has ended, but they still have it up so you can roll your dice, has these spooky boss bundles, which was giving people a ton of Garmoth hearts. I got one, and a bunch of people in my guild got 1 or even 2 Garmoth hearts. And I know a lot of people were linking Garmoth hearts in chat that they actually got Garmoth hearts from this event. So this is one way you could have gotten a Garmoth heart. And when you got it, I'm pretty sure it was just the normal Garmoth heart. I actually, like I said, I got one, and it was the normal one. It wasn't the inverted one. So we'll take that out right now. Now, once we have the Garmoth heart, we have to do a few things. So the first thing we have to do is get these crystals right here. These Hesiod's crystal. Now we need 5 of these. So actually, one really cool thing that they actually just implemented in this update is you can actually now list these on the market. So if we go over to Hesiod's crystals, they are listed on the market now. Now, I don't know how long these are going to be listed on the market, because the spot that you get them from, not a lot of people grind at, but a lot of people had a ton from, just having them in your storage, and they made some So if you are watching this video like as I post it or in a week, maybe there'll be some up. And I do recommend putting up a pre-order on them, even if you don't have a Garmoth art right now, just so you don't actually have to grind out these on your own. But let's talk about how you actually do grind out these. So to grind out these, you're going to need a black energy residue. So basically, there are some spots in the game, not many, that have a black energy residue as a drop. We have Bloodwolf, Shurikan, and Tashira. Now, personally, I recommend Tashira. It is a really good spot to actually farm these just because there's a lot of mob density. It took me about, I actually farmed most of them. I think I farmed like 3 or 4 of the Hesiod's crystals, and I only got 1 from pre-order. And it did take me around like 3 to 4 hours to farm up the amount you need, because you need, I believe it's 1750 of these. And the reason you need so many of them, if we come over here to Duvinkroon, in the Duvinkroon 5 house, there is a Duvinkroon weapon workshop. And what you need to do is you need to take the black energy residues and you need to turn them into refined black energy residue. And then from there, you turn them into Hesiod's crystals. It's a 25-to-1 ratio of the black energy residue to the refined black energy residue. And then it is a 11-to-1 from a refined one to a Hesiod's crystal. So in total, you do need 1750 of the black energy residues, which then makes it so you need 55 of the refined ones and then 5 of the Hesiod's ones. So once we have both of those things in our inventory, we have the Garmoth heart and the Hesiod's crystal. What we're going to do is we're going to go NPC location, and it will be right here. Now, if you have both of the things in your inventory, you'll have a quest line here, inverting the energy. We just take this quest line, and then we see what we actually have to do for the quest line. Gotta turn this on real quick. So hand over the crystals and hand over concentrated magical blackstone weapon 3 times. So we need to go into here and get our concentrated magical blackstone, which I actually don't have any, I don't think. Concentrated, as you can see, we could just get them from the market. So we need the weapon ones right here, easily obtainable on the market. Grab ourselves 3 of those. Going to take them out and hand them over. We hand this over and we hand this over. And now we finish this quest. Then from here, what we're going to do is we are going to craft it in heating. So we're going to go over here to the heating window. We are going to combine both the inverted energy and the Garmoth's heart. And then it will give us the inverted Garmoth's heart in a second, hopefully. Sometimes this takes a while for literally no reason at all. There we go. So now we have the inverted Garmoth heart. And as you can see from here, what it does is you can put it on your sub weapon or your main weapon or awakening weapon. If you put it on your awakening weapon, you get 2 crystal slots and crit hit damage plus 3%. If you have it on your sub weapon, you can do max HP plus 150, max stamina 100, and then special attack evasion plus 10%. Now, whenever you get your first Garmoth heart, I completely recommend to put it on your awakening weapon. No matter what level your awakening weapon is, you can still tap it with the Garmoth heart on it. So that's completely fine. And if you need to remove it, you can remove it as well. So put it on your awakening weapon so you can get your 2 extra crystal slots in the top corners, because that is the best bang for your buck with those. And then after that, we're going to be doing sub weapons. Now, I would recommend 99% of people are going to be doing it on the Nuver. Right now, I do have a Kudum heart on it, but I'm going to be switching that for the Garmoth heart. I would highly recommend to put it on your Nuver if you do any sort of PvP at all in the very slightest. If you don't do PvP and you're just a completely PvE based player, you can put it on the Kudum. It's not as useful, but it is still useful. You know, the couple 150 HP for PvE is still a bit useful for harder spots. But yeah, to show how this works, I'm not actually going to do it, but you right click on the inverted Garmoth heart, you click on the weapon, and then click here, and then reform. And once you reform it, it'll be on the weapon. And then to remove it, in case anyone needs to remove for any reason, you come over here, and I'm pretty sure there is a mirror of equilibrium, which you can extract inverted Garmoth heart, Karanda, Kudum, all of the stuff you need to extract to get it back. And then you can put it on a different weapon if you need to do that. If you got a Garmoth heart early on and you're switching from like a Blackstar to a God Eye, or maybe a Dandy to a God Eye, whichever you're doing, you can do that freely with those mirrors. But yeah, I hope this video did help you guys understand how to actually use your Garmoth heart, because I know there isn't a ton of guides on actually how to get the Garmoth heart into an inverted Garmoth heart. But yeah, like I said, I will be posting in the description the link to that giant quest line. And I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.